I'm here with Outi Rusanen, Principal Interconnection Specialist at TactoTek. She is a globally recognized expert in minimal electronics and international standardization. She has played a key role in advancing IME globally, including contributing to the first IEC standard for the technology. At TactoTek, Outi's work in standardization helps accelerate the adoption of IMSE technology and strengthens its foundation worldwide. So, hi Outi.
Yeah, thank you Tua for the kind introduction.
Outi, you lead standardization work at TactoTek. For those unfamiliar with the topic, what does standardization actually mean?
Well, if I start with an example, you know your laptop and the power on off button in it. The symbol on that button is actually a result of IEC standardization. So we see the results everywhere. And then if I point out three things that are typical for standards, so they either requirements or guidelines, that's number one. Then they are based on science, technology, and experiments. And then third of all, they are all established by consensus.
So what are the benefits of standards for emerging technologies like IMSE?
Standards are an excellent tool for promoting technology and its wider usage. And then they are also a very good tool for communicating about the technology. And then if I give another example, let's think about a standard that defines how to characterize an important material quality. When our material suppliers use it, we know that all the results are comparable, and that speeds up verification of IMSE. It can also work the other way around. Now the material suppliers, they know what are the important characteristics for IMSE, and that can drive their material development. And when there are more IMSE compatible materials, then of course the whole ecosystem benefits. And when it comes to our license companies, they can use standards in their communication and when they are dealing with companies that are not part of the ecosystem yet.
Okay, so there are many benefits that can help accelerate the adoption of the new technologies.
Yeah, absolutely.
TactoTek has been active in standardization since 2018. Can you tell a bit more about that?
Well, when we started, we knew that there were no standards related to IMSE, and we also knew that no one was working on developing those standards. So my first task was to find the relevant standard development organizations. And I thought that printed electronics is pretty close to IMSE, and there were two that we thought relevant. The first one was IEC, which is the International Electrotechnical Commission. They had been working with printed electronics, and so had the second one, which is IPC, Global Electronics Association. And I'm happy to say that both of them have expanded their scope to cover also IMSE or in-mold electronics or structural electronics. There are different ways of calling it. And then very happy to see that both of them have now published at least one standard related to IMSE.
Okay, that's great. Can you share some examples of the standards that TactoTek has helped to develop?
Okay, so the first one ever related to IMSE was published by IEC in 2023, and that deals with resistance change in the conductive lines as a function of elongation. And the reasoning is that, as you know, IMSE can be three-dimensional. So the three-dimensional shape is achieved by elongating the substrates and the conductive traces, and it's important to know how that affects the change in electrical resistance. And the second one, published in 2024 by IPC, is a guideline on in-mold electronics. So on a very, very general level, it describes the processes and the materials. You know, just not giving any trade names, but just saying that, like in-mold resin or conductive ink and so on. So do you want me to tell also about the standards that are being developed right now?
Why not?
Okay, thanks. So basically, IEC is developing two standards still related to conductive inks. First, in the ink form, so what are the how to characterize the main properties specific to screen printing, and then also how to calculate the sheet resistance of a conductive line. And I'm the project leader in IEC in both of those standards. And then we are contributing to a technical report that is about printed electronics recycling, and IMSE is also included there. And then the fourth one is being developed in IPC, and that's about accelerated or reliability testing.
Okay, so very versatile variety
of
standards.
It is, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
That sounds like a lot of standardization results for a company of this size. Can you share what has enabled this?
Okay, well, TactoTek has always embraced its role as a forerunner, and that's very fortunate that they also understand the role of standardization. And because the top management understands it, we get the resources that we need. Because standardization, it's not simple, it's quite challenging, and it requires a lot of time. For example, I spent about 20% of my working time with standardization. And then, like you said, it's a versatile scope of the standard, so by no means I'm not doing it alone. So many of the TactoTek colleagues contribute, but of course their time allocation is a lot less.
Many people might think that standards just appear on paper, but what does the work behind them actually look like?
Well, it's a lot of sitting.
Yeah.
So it's sitting, first of all, with my TactoTek colleagues, forming the idea. Then it's later on sitting, formulating as it documents, and then sitting in numerous review meetings. And some of those meetings are held abroad, so it's sitting in the planes as well.
Okay.
But I could say that by the time the standard is published, it's been reviewed by tens, if not more than 100 people. And we reach consensus first within the project team, and then within the working group, and then within the national committees voting on it. So it's not just a couple of people working on it and thinking, it comes out.
Yeah.
And then, because there are several versions during standard creation, it also takes a lot in calendar times. So typically something between 2 and 5 years.
Okay, wow. So it has to pass quite a few gates to get published.
Exactly, that's well put.
Yeah. Outi, what motivates you personally in the standardization work?
I love learning new things. So definitely there's been a lot to learn. First of all, how the process works, and then how to write a standard. So that has been really interesting. It's also a global community that I work in, and I really enjoy working with these people. Some of them I've been meeting since 2018, twice a year. So I feel that we have become friends. And I think all the people working in standardization feel that the collaboration, yields something bigger than themselves.
What has been an unforgettable moment for you in the standardization work?
When IEC published the first ever standard related to in-mold electronics, I was really, really happy, and that felt very special. And then another special moment was last year when IEC awarded me with the 1906 award that is given to experts working in working groups for excellent achievements. So I really felt special about that as well. At the same time, I know that standardization is such a team effort or team sport. So I think it was an acknowledgement for the whole TactoTek company.
Well, it was a very, very well-deserved award for you.
Oh, thank you, Tua.
So now, looking ahead, what kind of role do you see standards playing in the future of printed and in-mold electronics?
Well, I think we will continue developing the standards and, of course, benefiting the whole IMSE ecosystem. There'll probably be more areas And for example, I'm very excited about that recycling technical report. I think it will evolve later on into sustainability standards, and who knows what else. And then I'm also looking forward to my younger TactoTek colleagues taking a bigger role in standardization.
Okay, looking forward to that.
Okay,
Thank you, Outi.
Yeah, thank you, Tua.